You're staring at a list of fares on your laptop, the cheapest one glowing like a magnet. The numbers look great, but the description shows basic economy in small text, a baggage icon with a tiny plus sign, and a warning that seats are assigned at gate. Your heart speeds up. What am I actually buying? And will I end up paying twice for the same trip? Imagine you at home, coffee cooling beside the keyboard, the airport gate map open on your phone, and a mental checklist growing. Luggage, connection time, boarding order, change policy. Those little things are what make a smooth trip or an expensive headache.
If your flight happens to be canceled or delayed, Compensair will help you get compensation for the inconvenience and get your money back without wasting time on red tape. Get a refund for your canceled flight right.
I want to walk you through a simple, repeatable method to choose the airline that matches your tolerance for risk, cost, and convenience. Start at home. Open the airline's own website before you click any third-party price. Look for 3 quick items on the fare page: baggage allowance, carry-on and checked, seat assignment rules, and change refund policy. Note the exact fare name: basic economy, standard, main cabin, or flex, and click through to the full fare rules. If the site shows a baggage price, but not the allowance size, that's a red flag. Write it down or take a screenshot. Next, check the route-specific details: scheduled flight time, number of stops, total travel time, and minimum connection time listed by the airline. If your itinerary has a connection under 60 minutes for domestic flights or under 90 minutes for international ones, mark it as higher risk unless the airline lists the connections as protected. Finally, read 1 or 2 user reviews that mention boarding, seat comfort, and how the airline treated baggage. Real passenger notes often reveal whether an airline squeezes extras out of travelers at check-in. At the airport, the checks are simpler and faster. Look at the gate display. Is the airline usually the one that boards early or late? Observe the check-in line if you can. Long lines, constant staffing, and crowded bag drop desks are hints of potential delays. If you've bought a fare with assigned seat guarantees, keep your confirmation email. If you're traveling basic economy, prepare to accept gate-assigned seats and possibly no carry-on overhead if the airline enforces it. Why do airlines divide fares this way? Think of it like grocery shopping. The sticker price is the box of cereal. In the aisle, you see the exact ingredients and portion size. The checkout is where membership coupons, extra bagged items, and loyalty points change the final cost. Airlines sell a basic product, transportation, then unbundle extras so they can advertise a low headline price. The rule exists because airlines compete on visible fares while making money on baggage, seat selection, and priority boarding. Now the practical numbers you need to know. Domestic checked bag fees in many countries typically run $25, $40 for the first bag, $35, $50 for the second. Carry-on fees are less common, but can appear in basic economy fares or on ultra-low-cost carriers. Expect $15, $50 if charged. Seat selection ranges from free on standard fares to $5, $60 depending on seat and route. Change fees vary. Some legacy carriers still charge $75 to $100 for changes on cheaper fares, though many have relaxed fees recently. Check the fare rules. If you book a tight connection on a separate ticket, the missed connection risk is real. You might face rebooking costs of $100, $500, or the full cost of a new last-minute ticket. Worst case, Unchecked rules can add $100, $300 to a cheap fare in fees and missed time. Given that risk, here's a practical, cheapest, safe approach for most rare flyers. Choose the lowest headline fare only after verifying two things: baggage allowance and seat assignment policy. If you must check a bag, a fare that includes one checked bag often beats a lower base fare plus a $30, $40 bag fee. If you hate surprises at the gate, pay a few dollars to reserve a seat or pick a fare that includes seat selection. An assigned seat reduces boarding stress and the chance of being separated from travel companions. If you're traveling with a connection, prioritize on-time performance and minimum connection time over a few dollars saved. For a single layover, prefer the same airline itinerary or an airline alliance partner rather than two separate tickets. If you need schedule flexibility, pay for a refundable or flexible fare rule. It's insurance, cheaper than a full rebook if your plans shift. Quick favor: if this is helping, please tap like. It helps others find these tips. Many useful links can be found in the description. One very specific hidden fee to watch for: third-party booking sites that return a low headline fare but tack on mandatory service or processing fees at checkout. Those sites sometimes auto-select add-ons like travel insurance, assigned seats, or baggage during checkout, so the low price disappears when you check out. Another common deceptive claim is free carry-on, shown in the search results, while the fare actually blocks overhead bags. The airline implements it on basic economy. How to refuse it: always expand the fare rules link, switch to the airline's own site to compare the final total, and uncheck any pre-selected extras before payment. If a third-party price still seems lower after fees, capture the screenshots and call the airline. They'll often match or explain the difference. A booking site trick to avoid: some aggregators sort by recommended instead of price and will promote the fare that pays them the highest commission. Change the sort to price, then sort again by duration or number of stops. If you see the cheapest fare with a tiny basic economy label, decide whether the savings compensate for the likely fees and restrictions. Other quick tips: join the airline's loyalty program, even if you fly once a year. The account makes baggage allowances and cheap upgrades clearer and can reduce hold times if something goes wrong. Use a credit card that covers baggage or trip interruption if your travel style is risk-prone. For family travel, the value of seat selection goes up. Paying for seats together is often worth the cost. Final, concrete checklist you can use in 3 minutes before you buy. Confirm baggage allowance, carry-on size and checked bags, and match it to your needs. Read seat assignment rules: free, paid, gate assigned. If gate assigned, expect headwinds. Check change/cancellation fees and whether the fare is refundable. Inspect connection times and airline on-time percentage for the route. Compare the airline's total price on its site to the third-party total. If you follow those steps, you'll avoid most surprise fees and the biggest headaches. For nervous or first-time flyers, the safest bet is a standard refundable or main cabin fare on an airline with good on-time stats and clear baggage rules. It's often cheaper than the stress and extra charges that can come with a bargain base fare. If you found this useful, please subscribe and like. It helps me keep making clear, practical travel advice. Safe travels. Pick the fare that protects your time, luggage, and peace of mind.